Woo. Yeah. Here we go.
Cool. All right.
Night's on. Rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time to talk rumors.
I wish I had more Fleetwood Mac, like on the top of the dome.
Now here you go. You know, one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Your freedom. Then one of those.
You'll never break the keychain.
You'll never break the key. We got there.
Yeah, we got it.
You know what? And this is where the theme song would go.
Yeah. Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Mayanna Berrin.
Today we want to talk about another piece of Kingdom Hearts fandom culture.
Yes.
That I find fascinating.
Yes.
And timely.
Ooh.
I want to talk
two
today.
things.
Whoa, two things. Crazy. I want to talk today about rumors about Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Specifically, like rumors about the future of it.
Yes.
After every little thing that happens. So, and I feel like this is a thing for video games in general.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe because of the long development process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, video games just take longer than a movie to make.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more time for rumors about the things to develop.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is your experience with rumors in video game fandom?
I was a reader of video game magazines, specifically Game Informer.
Sure. I read Game Informer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great time. And I remember it was funny. I think it must have been like 2010 or something. And there was this full page spread. And it was like, imagine it's a Zelda game and you're moving through the woods and you hear the sounds of a deer in the distance and you track the sounds of that deer and you pull out your arrows, of which you have a limited inventory, and you shoot at the deer. And then you track its footprints and its blood to a spot, and then you hunt the deer. And basically just like all of the things or some of the things that would inevitably decades later be in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But they were talking about Twilight Princess.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but if you were to tempt me with features of Breath of the Wild for any new Zelda game, I'd probably go for it.
100%. And I remember like at the time thinking like, oh yeah, that would be cool. And then I never really, like, I think for me, I love a leaked grainy screenshot. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite. And we've talked about this a little bit. My engagement with fandom culture was basically just exclusively me and whatever friends I went to school with.
Yeah.
I was not on forums. My mom was super paranoid about the internet, rightfully so.
Yeah. It turns out.
It turns out. And so like I wasn't really on forums. I wasn't really like talking to people like strangers online. And so if I wanted to talk to my friends about a thing, like I'd see a grainy screenshot on a website, Kingdom Key, for example.
You're welcome.
And thank you. And then I would bring that to school, or I'd be like, did you see the thing on Kingdom Key? And then we'd talk about it for a little bit and then go do algebra or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, thank you so much for this but like that was a huge part of how I interacted with the Kingdom Key, which was this fan website and fan forum that I was a member of for a long time. And I, over the course of my time there, became the moderator of the like future games, theories, speculations, and rumors forum.
Yeah.
Like they put me in charge of that. Now, I was 15. I don't think you should put 15-year-olds in charge of anything.
No, especially, I mean, it's impressive how many professional community managers or professional mods were basically doing the work unpaid as teenagers. Granted, they were learning a valuable skill set. They were devoting themselves to like a cool, interesting, subcultural touchstone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting that so much of this moderation was happening by peers of your age group or younger.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But even before we dive even into the Kingdom Hearts portion of this, like just general video game rumors, I do feel like in order to keep a franchise that takes so long to make fresh in people's minds, they do want people being like, imagine the game that hasn't come out yet.
Right. Imagine the game that's so cool in your brain because you haven't thought about any of the things that go into making a video game. Picture that.
Right.
Woo!
But in stoking that, it does sort of carry fans through a dry spell.
Absolutely. The hype train must keep a chugging.
Right.
Yes.
Now that you've put out a video game.
Oh, yeah.
How does that feel to you?
It's wild. Because, like, obviously there are people who have, like, and I think fan art is a really lovely, I guess, tool to gauge it. But, like, what people want from Dispatch or what people project onto Dispatch or what people extrapolate from limited pieces of information within Dispatch. And I think that, like, now having worked on one, it makes me excited and happy, but also anxious because it's like, there's no way we can address, you know, like all of that because it's like, because those are different things.
Yes, that's the double-edged sword of a video game rumor, right? Yeah. Because you leave the fandom alone with their thoughts for too long.
And they spin and get excited about things that don't exist.
And won't.
So, and can't. Yeah. In a lot of regards, can't.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a vital tool to getting your video game to the point where, like, you can afford to make them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does seem like, at least from my view in the cheap seats, like that it could come back to bite you.
I think my cautionary tale that I hold deep on this is No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Because that was a game where it was an indie studio and it was a new property and things would just get misquoted. Things were taken out of context. And then all of a sudden the lead designer, like the head of your company, is on like Stephen Colbert and Conan, and your game hasn't come out yet and they're asking you questions about it, and everything you say gets basically etched in stone.
Yeah.
And then when the game is not done, or it has to, like, they had to release it early because there were financial issues, and like No Man's Sky still exists today.
Yeah, I've heard that it's really good now.
It's incredible. And I mean, it's been good for years.
Yeah.
And they keep updating it, and it is the game now, and has been for years, the game that people thought it was going to be. But at the time that the rumor mill was spinning and the anticipation was mounting, it became like a monster of which the expectation, like, there was nothing they could have done. And I think if anything, it becomes almost like anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
And paralyzing to certain degrees to even broach what people are expecting. It becomes monstro. It becomes the thing that's going to eat you.
Yeah. There's never going to be a more perfect time to segue.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what happened to Kingdom Hearts 3?
Ooh. You think that it crumbled under the weight of fan expectations?
Not that it crumbled, but that, like, because there was such a long wait, and let me backtrack a little bit.
Please, yeah.
My experience with Kingdom Hearts rumors,
right,
obviously, is I played Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, went back for Kingdom Hearts 1, played Kingdom Hearts 2, got to that secret ending.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to come back to secret endings in just a second.
Yeah.
But we got to that secret ending, which was so blatantly a tease for future story elements.
Right.
And until they announced what the next game was, we all thought, or the rumor mill churned, that what follows Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
And so it got you speculating about what would be in it based on that one thing.
Right.
And then they announced that they were going back for side games, all of which fed into, well, all of that's going to be important to Kingdom Hearts 3. So if there's this and this and this element, and there's like a scant quote from a character designer from Square Enix in this month's issue of Famitsu, a magazine that's only in Japanese, and you better learn Japanese if you want to read it.
Or find someone who can translate it for you,
And I did when I was 15.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But like all of those little side games just like snowballed into like skyrocketing expectations for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And I wonder if like those skyrocketing expectations had any effect on the timing of the game's release, on its development period.
You know, I don't think that there's nothing to that, but I think Square Enix as a company, at least based off of the most recent financial reports explosion, I feel like Square Enix as a company has on some level the privilege and also maybe the burden of being able to decide when it wants to release something, much like Valve, right? Where it would be great if everything was profitable, but at a certain point, like, the IP is so strong and the other licensed things they've done with, like, the Magic the Gathering cards, like, there's profitability in these other arenas that, like, the games can kind of get a little all over the place. And it's not going to kill the company in the way it would kill, like, a smaller studio. I think when it comes to something like Kingdom Hearts 3, I assume there was internal pressure and internal expectations of what that game was going to be. But I imagine because I mean, I know from like speaking to the devs in my life now, you just don't go on the internet. You just don't read it. You just can't. You can't.
I agree. But also, I mean, even to the point where, you know, I think when Disney bought Pixar.
Yes.
Which was what, like 2007?
Something like that. I mean, like there was a period of time where Pixar was a separate entity. Like they basically like went through like a messy breakup.
Yeah.
And then Disney was like, take me back, please.
Yeah.
Around, it was probably like the 2010s. Yeah.
Right?
In earnest. Yeah.
And regardless of internet rumor mill, I just think the people who make Kingdom Hearts had reasonable pressure to expect that their fan base would expect levels based on Pixar films.
That's always been an assumption of mine.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course, as soon as Disney buys Pixar, the rumor mill is going to go, well, does that mean we get Pixar in Kingdom Hearts?
Right.
Which means, like, at a certain point, they have to do it, which means pivoting on plans, which means, you know, going to the drawing board for new levels you weren't expecting to make.
Yeah, or
perhaps.
new movies that explode in popularity.
Right.
A la Frozen,
right.
which was a surprise to everybody. You know, like, obviously, every time you make a movie, especially a movie that's very expensive, you hope it does well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Frozen... Like, no one could have predicted the kind of explosion in popularity around Frozen.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing is true of... I guess we haven't had like we haven't had a Frozen style moment in a minute, which I think is okay. Because again, you can't predict those.
Yeah.
It's like when a YouTube video goes viral, you can't replicate it. But I think that like, then you go, okay, well, now we want Frozen in the game because it's so big. And you're like, okay, well, now we have all of this oversight associated with Frozen because it's so big.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like the expectations because of something being popular align with hopefully a desire to want to put it in the game, which aligns with logistical issues that make it difficult to get that thing in the game.
Yeah, it just sort of like exponentially creates complications. Yeah. And before we get too much further in this episode, it's an episode about rumors.
Yes.
We don't work at Disney. We don't work at Square Enix.
No.
All of this is speculation.
All of this is speculative. Yeah, I don't know anything. Like, I love both of these companies in the ways that I can love a company, which gets more and more complicated year by year and day by day.
Oh, it is 2026.
It certainly is 2026. But I think that, like... It's an interesting time to be a fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
As we've seen with this most recent rumor that just dropped like a week ago.
Yeah, I started seeing bubblings of it like a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. By the time you listen to this episode, it will have been a couple weeks since. So maybe we'll have another rumor by then. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like, is this a series now?
I would like to. Like,
I think, yeah.
You know, we're a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Yeah. And we talked about this when we started it, too.
And that like... You know, they haven't fully announced that the series is canceled yet.
Arc 2.
Right. So
if we are to be believed, we're about to be in what might be a whole new generation of Kingdom Hearts games.
They hope.
I hope.
Yeah, me too. But so, like, yeah, we are in yet another period where Kingdom Hearts fans want something new, are desperately waiting for it.
Hungry.
And will snap up any crumb of information about what's coming.
Yeah. And the meme is strong, especially on all of the new social media platforms that have video now, which wasn't really a thing in the same way.
That's
when
true.
the Kingdom Key was happening. So many videos of people going like me putting on my clown makeup, you know, like day 1989 that no Kingdom Hearts news has happened. You know, like the fandom is vocal, excited, and starving.
And it doesn't help that part of the rumors for Kingdom Hearts specifically is trying to predict which game is coming.
Yes.
That, like, you know, we get morsels of information about Kingdom Hearts 4, but like there was another game that got announced at the same time as Kingdom Hearts 4, and we were getting information about that.
Missing Link, right?
Missing Link, which was supposed to be like sort of a massive multiplayer online game. And it got canceled.
Yes, it did.
And so now there's speculation on, like, why did it get canceled? What development had been done that could be transferred to another game? Are they putting it in Kingdom Hearts 4, or are they going to put it in a different side game they haven't announced yet?
Well, what was really funny, too, about the way they announced the cancellation of Missing Link was it was like a text post on, like, nice, you know, fancy calligraphy paper, and they were like, hey, you know, we regret to inform people that Kingdom Hearts 4 is still very much in development, which was the first we'd heard of anything happening with Kingdom Hearts. And this piece of information came out, like 3 years ago now?
It came out a couple of years ago, yeah. But it was like the first time in like 3 years that we'd heard about Kingdom Hearts 4 at all.
The utterance
not
of
even
the
on like
number 4.
Not even on like a Square Enix earnings call.
No.
Like nothing.
And the fact that, people were really sad that Missing Link got canceled because I think people were really excited about it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be set in a different time period.
Yeah.
So they were going to do more of that like kind of Age of Fairy Tales filling in stuff.
The outfits.
They looked cool.
I grieve the beautiful outfits.
Yeah, we're going to do a whole episode about Missing Link, maybe.
Yes.
So it's also like the variety of outlets for whatever information you've gathered in the rumor mill that like it's so wide and various that makes this Kingdom Hearts rumor mill unique, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Before we get to the newest rumors, and it's interesting I asked now because you did say like your fandom experience was a little bit singular. Like, what's the craziest Kingdom Hearts rumor you can remember?
Oh, man, the craziest Kingdom Hearts rumor that I can remember?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'll say this. I never really heard about them when they were hot off the presses. I did remember hearing, and I don't know if it was ever confirmed, that like Woody and Buzz were supposed to be summoned spirits because their in-game sprite T-poses were in the game files. And I don't even know what game it would have been for.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of summon they would have been. You can also 100% doctor T-poses. You can just T-pose a character yourself.
Oh, you mean characters from the first 3D animated movie of all time? You don't think those animation models are out there?
100%. I think that, and then also like people dug into the old files and discovered that there was a scrapped Jungle Book level in Birth by Sleep. That was really wild and interesting.
Actually, that's funny. I also saw Jungle Book in the recent rumor.
Oh,
people, the children yearn for the jungles.
Mowgli, Mad Cub.
Yeah, well, that's another aspect to video game rumors specifically, right? Like you can't dig through you can't data mine a movie.
No, you can't data mine a movie. I will say this, like
you wouldn't data mine a movie.
You wouldn't data mine a movie, would you? Well, it's gotten even squirrelier now with the onslaught of AI bullshit, where you can doctor anything. Before, you had to be good at Photoshop to gaslight people into thinking Coco 2 was a movie coming out.
Yeah, I would say crazy rumors I've heard about Kingdom Hearts and the long wait up to the next game. Well, the Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending included, before we knew who he was, Terra.
Right.
In his Keyblade armor. Well, we didn't see their faces for years, right? We just saw these 3 figures
in this armor.
In armor in a desert.
Yeah.
And what's really insane about this is that Terra's helmet is shaped like Batman.
Yes, it is.
And I remember people being like, this is it. Kingdom Hearts isn't just going to be a Disney crossover. It's going to be the crossover property.
It's going to be Ready Player One, the video game. Again, things like that annoy me personally because... And again, I acknowledge that I am a little goblin creature. And
it's what I love about you.
Thank you. But like, I would be sitting in the corner with my little beady goblin eyes going, that couldn't possibly happen because DC Comics is not in conglomeration with Disney or Square Enix. I'm like, you have to put your thinking cap on and you use your big boy eyes to see the truth. You know, like the weird, just that's the weird, the intrusive thought that I have. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
No. Like, are you? No.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. What other crazy rumors can I imagine? Like really out there rumors about Kingdom Hearts. It was at one point a crazy rumor to think that Kingdom Hearts was coming to consoles outside of the PlayStation family.
I mean, yeah.
There was a lot of like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out on the Xbox 360, baby, and we're all going to be able to play it.
Yeah.
And I actually think that like that's why I didn't believe it when they did announce that.
Yeah, you're like, uh-huh.
And they were like, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out on the Xbox One. I was like, it is?
Well, it feels... Which is funny to think about it because it's like Kingdom Hearts has been on so many different consoles. Like, why would Xbox be the one outlier? But Nintendo and PlayStation are both Japanese companies.
Right.
And so that feels more believable than, and we're going to get it on the American console. And you're like, No.
There has never been a console that felt more America than the Xbox 360.
Microsoft, baby.
Yeah,
That's
it's Halo.
That'll get you.
I think it's Halo.
Halo, yeah. And even down to, for some reason, like the colors. Because it's like Sony is blue and Nintendo is red. And you're like, cool. Yeah, that's
Sora.
That's Sora. Green. No.
Get out of here,
Goofy's
green.
colors. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I think, having it on consoles, wild. Yeah, I can't think of anything else in the vein in that way.
Well, I'm trying to think of more general stuff because most of my rumor mill experience came from analyzing and overanalyzing the secret endings.
Oh.
And so that's what I want to talk about next is that, like, I think Kingdom Hearts wants the rumor mill.
You think so?
If they didn't, they wouldn't put in secret endings that are inexplicable on their surface. Like in the Kingdom Hearts 1 secret ending deep dive, or Another Side, Another Story, there's 2 Keyblades, and like at the end of it, as Roxas is like walking dramatically through the rain, they flash up a bunch of words,
weird, strange words
with
to
no
decrypt.
context.
Yeah.
So what is a fandom supposed to do other than go, what does that mean?
Freeze frame it down, pull out every word, line them up in a little grid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for Kingdom Hearts 1, you really could chalk that up to like they're really hoping and praying for this to be a franchise.
Yeah.
Like that's a good way to make one game into a series.
To make the demand, the appetite.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that was necessary after Kingdom Hearts 2, a game a lot of people love. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, there is also a secret ending with even more inexplicable words
the
on
implications.
The Keyblade Master, Master Xehanort, Birth by Sleep. What? We didn't know that was the title of the game yet.
No.
It was just a phrase that was supposed to make us go, what does it mean?
Yeah. What the fuck does birth by sleep mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, why would you put that in the end, spend so many resources on it? Because those cutscenes look better than even the pre-rendered cutscenes in the video game.
Yeah, they're full CG. They're full, like, cinematic.
They have
they're
better lighting rendering than fully rendered cutscenes in the video game.
They're on par with Advent Children, a full feature-length animated film that Square Enix made for Final Fantasy VII.
I'll say it, like, not the original release in Kingdom Hearts 2, but the final mix version of the Birth by Sleep tease, to this day, one of the best-looking, like, CGI anime videos.
100%
It looks
agreed.
a lot better than, like, other subsequent 3D movies that have come out recently.
I agree, and I think that this is just a sidebar, but I think like Square Enix, like Advent Children is a revelation. Like their animation department, like whoever's leading the charge on those things, and I know it's Namura, but I'm sure it's other people as well. They're really onto something. That shit is fire.
Yeah, but Square Enix has like several times considered pivoting to movies.
Oh yeah, with mixed results, but yeah.
But so like the fact that they spend so much resources, like they put their whole animussy into those secret endings to throw up inexplicable text that with no outside context can't mean anything.
Right.
So you have to find it or provide it.
Yeah, you have to speculate.
You have to speculate
rapidly.
Yeah.
Intensely
and
everywhere.
So I did. I mean, I started on the Kingdom Key in 2006.
Yeah.
Like that Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending was my whole life.
Yes.
I was examining. I was like, there's a Keyblade graveyard. We've never seen more than 3 Keyblades.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, where all these Keyblades come from?
But these knights came up and picked up the ones from our protagonists, so those must be emblematic or special in some way. And what could that mean for the lore? And like, I'll be honest, like, I was starting crazy rumors because there was no founding basis for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, no. Well, of course, yeah. And like, but also you're a kid, you know? I'll also say this. I think this type of excitement, this like fire inside is for the youths.
Yes.
And I think that at a certain point that energy needs to transition into something helpful. Either write your own book, write your own thing. But like, I think it can become addictive and seductive to just fall into these rabbit holes of like spinning.
Well,
yeah.
And I agree. And that's down to a difference between wouldn't it be fun if these things happen? I think it would be cool if these things happen.
Yes.
And these things must happen.
If they don't happen, fire someone. And you're like, all right, Now, wait a second.
I mean, or even worse, on mid-2010s internet, if this doesn't happen, they should kill themselves.
Yeah.
Which is a thing people say on the internet with such reckless abandon that it makes me shrivel and want to die.
I know. And it's like, oh, it's just the internet. It's not real. And it's like,
well, now this was definitely the prevailing thought in the late 2000s, early 2010s when I was doing. Now, I think, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, we all have a better sense that, like, the internet is real life.
It's super, like, it's an extension, you know? And so I think it's like things you say on there, names you drop in there, people whose addresses you share in there, that shit's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I think rumors in general, video game rumors, but rumors in general, like, what is the benefit to rumors spreading? Because sometimes the benefit is it inadvertently allows truth to be revealed because people will clamor to set the record straight.
You hope.
You hope. More often than not, that's not true.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're the one who breaks the story, you can be at the forefront of this groundbreaking piece of information, but you probably on some level also know it's false, or you genuinely believe it's true, or you hope that it's true. It's a very magical thinking process, rumors, you know?
Yes. And that's down to, like, human nature as social animals.
Yeah.
You know, like, you want to be the person that brings people together with information, but the human brain isn't programmed for, like, objective fact.
Never.
It's programmed for common sense, which is more vibes-based than a lot of other things.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's like, oh, I'll know it when I see it style thinking.
And that's kind of where rumors in general get their sort of nasty vibe.
There's grit to it. Because I'll say this, gossip and rumors are basically the same thing.
They're related for sure.
But I think gossip is the spread of information that at some point was verified by someone. Rumors could just be lies.
Yeah.
I guess gossip could also be lies. I don't know. It's such a tricky. I'm thinking about just the Bridgerton of it all. You know, that like it could take down society. You know,
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's just like I think Stitch is going to be in the next game because I think it will be, and you're like, okay, all right, Tyler. I'm going to go back to doing my algebra homework.
Exactly.
And developers, like I think the thing that's been the most, I guess, eye-opening for me now being on the other side of it is like, I'm just a person.
Yeah.
And the people I work with are just people. And people make things. And like everything you love was made by a person who kind of is like you. And you want to be kind to those people because it's a vulnerable position to put yourself in.
Yeah, I think it's especially bad. I'll say it's bad when you apply internal thoughts to other people.
Yeah.
To the point that makes you violent.
Yeah.
I am in entertainment. I love like writing stories and doing like narrative fiction stuff. My dad was a news editor for ESPN for 10 years and was a national sports writer for 25 years before that. So I have also seen firsthand how like rumors about sports teams and sports players, sportists,
athletes, some might call them.
That's what they're called. Thank you.
Just so everyone's clear, neither of us went on to do professional things in sports.
Could have, didn't. Chose a different tack.
Good for you.
But like that gets even more dangerous because the sports fandom is incredibly angry.
Very aggressive. And like those are real life human beings.
And they're real live human beings.
With real life human wives and children, methinks.
Like we're all here listening to the Kingdom Hearts podcast. Imagine for me, if you will, groups of middle-aged men across nations and the world actively participating in real person fic regularly.
Yeah, of like a man they don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not just a man. A lot of them are kids.
A
lot of them are like
children.
19,
yeah, like
20.
in college.
Yeah.
And speculating as to the future of the decades-long career they may or may not have.
Right.
And then when one of them, heaven forbid, gets an injury, talking about how their life is over, and like it gets really insane.
But also like that kind of rumor thinking also doesn't just hurt the creators of it; it hurts the fans too.
Yeah.
Like when it was announced that the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2 was a teaser for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, a prequel game on the PSP, and not Kingdom Hearts 3, as I had come to
believe
I was entitled to because of the work I had put into speculating about it. That's what turned me off of loving this game, that we're 30-ish episodes into this show. I clearly love this game.
Wow.
But
I didn't realize that was the turning point.
That entitlement that like...
Wow. Like you've betrayed me.
Yeah, somewhere in high school... my brain was still cooking.
Right, of course.
Somewhere along the line, I went from like, I think it would be really cool. This is what I think. Aren't I good at extrapolating?
Yes, I'm so smart.
To, obviously, I'm so smart. This is what will happen. And if it's not worth my time. It like barred me from loving a thing I love for decades.
That's sad. Well, thank you for sharing that,
I
first of all.
deprived myself of love.
Of joy.
Yeah.
Of fun.
Yeah.
Of like a game that is really interesting.
Right?
Yeah. And this is the thing that maybe this is the subconscious aversion I had, is like it feels like a road to ruin, even with the best of intentions. And I think the same is true of, again, I think I explicitly avoided it for years, but Undertale, right?
Yeah.
Like Undertale's fandom was so vast. It became like an ocean that swallowed it whole, to the point where Toby Fox was like, I don't want anyone to know my face. I'm afraid. I'm scared. And like people got into like fights about things that should have been in my AU, not your AU. And it's like, this is getting to a place where I think like what we're fighting about ghosts, like, the thing we love is here and real.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing that, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kingdom Hearts rumors also very fun. I do love, like...
Yeah, they can be fun.
When that announcement about Missing Link came out, there was also, like, an image preview of some, like, weird, out-of-context screenshots from Kingdom Hearts 4's development, and there's one of just, like, a well-animated CGI rotary phone sitting on a desk.
You love that phone.
I love that phone.
You love
so
that
much.
phone
It's
so much.
Because I now run a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Yes.
And people are asking me now, like, okay, Kingdom Hearts 4, what do you think? And I'm always like, but that phone!
I know.
Like, not because I think the phone is important, but I think it's funny.
I think it's like, for me, I just had that flash to that moment in Ratatouille where the guy goes like, is the rat important?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and coming back to the like they want us to be doing this,
right.
like when they put out an image like that, they know it's the 2020s. They know the fandom's gonna crawl all over it like ants.
I want the phone,
and so they chose to make one of these scant images that they put out for the first time in 4 years about this game.
Innocuous phone.
A phone.
Yeah. Well, who's to say? And I think like for me, I like because that took me back. Like when that image, because it's kind of like a collage image. It's like 8 pictures in one picture.
Yeah, there's like the main heading is like Sora fighting a dark side in the city.
Yeah,
there's like another picture of Strelitzia.
Yeah,
I think there's a picture of like
there's
Mickey from the point of view of the player you
and
controlling
he's
Mickey.
On a chandelier in a magical library, probably Hollow Bastion. Look at me, I'm doing it. But But like, I think that for me, I look at that and I go, oh my God, so fun. I think maybe I'm just trying to protect myself. Maybe I'm just trying to protect my own vulnerability, because it's like, I don't want to get my hopes up for the wrong thing. I want to be excited for the thing that I see, not for the thing that I don't see.
And that's the thing you got to remember when you're engaging with Kingdom Hearts rumors, that like, you can't put your heart into a specific rumor to the point that it like corrupts and breaks your heart.
Like darkness?
Yeah.
Much like darkness, methinks?
Yeah.
Mischa forgot what podcast
you got
we're
me. But like, you got to remember it's all for the love of the game. It's all for fun.
Oh my God, Don't
like,
take it too serious.
It's all... You have to keep in mind that this is just a fun thing you can do with your friends until the next game comes out.
Yeah.
And that like... At the end of the day, you have to love the games for what they are, not what you hyped them up to be in your head, and that you felt entitled to just because you poured a lot of time into that.
I'll do my sweet little confession of like a time when I was like, what am I doing? And it was recent, which was like Dungeon Crawler Carl is like having its moment, right? It's a very popular book series,
very high on my TBR list. Yeah,
I think you'll like it. I'm intrigued to hear what you think of it when you get into it. Yeah, but it's like, so it's getting everything, and so I was hanging out with some friends and we were like, would it get a TV show or would it get a movie? Or would it get a series of movies? And then I started wheeling and dealing and talking about like, well, if it's going to be a TV show, it's going to have this kind of budget. And if it's going to, and I was like, I'm not in the room where the decisions are being made.
Well, and that's the problem with you and me being way too industry pilled, right?
I know that too.
All of that is to say that, like, yeah, rumors are fun. And obviously the people who make Kingdom Hearts want us to be talking rumors.
Well, yeah, they want us to be engaged with the thing they make.
Right.
Like, every person who makes something in the commercial media landscape wants you to engage with the thing they make. And when people volunteer their free time to doing so, that is a resource that should not be taken lightly. That passion is like, what is it? When something costs, you couldn't put a number to it. Priceless. But no, there's another word. It's like immeasurable. It's like
incalculable.
Yeah, incalculable. One of those. Yeah. Like you can't put a price on that. Yeah. Invaluable. That's the one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And of course, it's 2026.
Yes. It's been a few years.
And well, people are getting mad at each other over anything and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just like take it from someone who let getting way too deep in the Kingdom Hearts rumor hole, like, don't let your expectations and how they clash with other people on the internet's expectations, like,
ruin your fun.
Don't let it ruin the thing you love.
There's so few joys.
Like, and I know you want to because it comes out of a place of love.
It's coming from love. And that's why it's so fun. It starts out so fun.
Starts out very fun.
And it's like, again, it's like any other thing, everything in moderation, you know? And I think it's like, to the point I think we're about to pivot to, it's very exciting right now to be a Kingdom Hearts fan because there is a little bit to talk about and there's a lot to love that's already there.
Yeah.
And if you aren't, again, one of the people who's joined us along the way on this journey who's now getting into the series for the first time, welcome. And I'm very excited you're here and I'm glad you didn't have to deal with waiting for many years the way some of us had to.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, hopefully the wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 is brief and breezy.
Yeah. Hello, thank you so much again for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. It is I, Mayanna, your residential reminder of things that the show be doing. First and foremost, once again, a reminder that we have a Patreon. You can support us over at Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon. You can sign up for the $5 final mix tier, which gives you ad-free versions of all of the episodes, as well as access to our bonus show, The Secret Report, which is just a sort of free yap where Mischa and I talk about different things like Final Fantasy or Dispatch. I've got an episode that I want to do about Radiata stories and a couple other JRPGs that I played as a child. If you also want to influence what we talk about on the Secret Reports, and you can join us on Patreon and let us know what you want to hear us yap about. If you are not in a position to support the show right now financially, that is totally okay. You can still join the Patreon for free and engage with us and the community we have going on over there. If you do want to show support to the show in other ways, you can give us a follow on Instagram. You can share the show with a friend or Kingdom Hearts lover / Kingdom Hearts fearer. You can leave us a review. Let us know how you feel about the show. Leave us comments on episodes. Anything that lets us know what you like or dislike or feel strongly about. We've been seeing a lot of really lovely posts regarding their Kingdom Hearts merch following our Kingdom Hearts merch episode. We love seeing stuff like that. So please keep sharing it. It really brings us a lot of joy. So once again, if you want to try to support us over on Patreon, we're Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon. And if not, find us on all the socials and share your love over there. Thanks, everybody. As you all know, Simple and Clean Pod is part of the Multitude Podcast Collective, a collective of podcast creators and experts doing shows talking about things they're passionate about. Shows such as This Guy Sucked. This Guy Sucked is a history podcast for haters by haters. Join historian Dr. Claire Aubin and a new expert every week to pull back the scholarly curtain on some of the world's biggest bummers. No dead person is safe, and the show's guests prove that the best part of understanding the past is criticizing it, such as people like Christopher Columbus, who I personally can't stand. You can listen to that episode and other delicious episodes every Thursday wherever you listen to podcasts. From Charlemagne to Carl Schmidt, every episode gives listeners all the ammo they need to win dinner table arguments over why history's main characters were actually kind of the worst. You can listen to This Guy Sucked wherever you listen to your podcasts. New episodes every Thursday wherever you listen. And just before I let you go, I wanted to take this last second to thank one of our sponsors for this episode, Gender Free World Clothing. Gender Free World Clothing was founded in 2015 by a little group of like-minded individuals who passionately believe that we all have the right to wear well-fitting clothing which suits our style choices. People's bodies are all different. In addition to height and size, there are variations in hips, bottoms, shoulders, and chest sizes. One size does not always fit all. After extensive research, Gender Free World Clothing has created shirts in 4 body-shaped templates: the Alex, the Billy, the Charlie, and the Drew. And these ranges accommodate those different variations. The Alex is for wider hips, the Billy is for larger busts, the Charlie is for shoulders and hips in similar proportion, and the Drew is for those with broad shoulders, narrow hips, and longer bodies. No matter how you're shaped, you're sure to find a style that is going to suit you. If you're interested in shopping with Gender Free World, they are offering 12% off with our code SIMPLE12 at checkout on your first order. That's SIMPLE12 for 12% off on your first order. So to get yourself something nice, you can go over to gfwclothing.com. That's gfwclothing.com for 12% off your first order with our code SIMPLE12. To that point, a recent rumor has sprung up.
All of that said, let's talk about the latest Kingdom Hearts rumors.
Yes. It's important to get complicated feelings verbalized so we can process them as friends.
Yeah, so no, but really, like, that's the mindset we want to come into what I think is probably going to be a new series on Simple and Clean, the latest rumors on Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Like, we are having fun. We're going to examine every little detail. I'm going to obsess over that phone.
And we're not going to get mad.
We're not going to get mad,
and we encourage you to be excited and not mad.
Come be excited with us.
There's so many other more valid things to get mad about. Use that energy and put it to something useful.
Yeah, for real. So, all that said,
fun time.
What's the latest rumors on Kingdom Hearts?
So the latest rumors that I saw recently on Kingdom Hearts was allegedly a leak.
Okay.
In which there is a projected release date for Kingdom Hearts 4.
All right.
And a alleged remake of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
And I specifically want to more so talk about the remake of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah. Well, Kingdom Hearts 4 release dates, it's like...
It could be anything. Could be whatever.
Yeah. Like Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out and The Rapture.
Yeah, and they're like Q4. And you're like, oh...
All right.
Ooh, a length of 3 months in a year, methinks.
Whoa, crazy. A video game coming out around the holidays? Bold.
Groundbreaking. But I more so want to talk about this because I've seen some fan images and some presumably AR art speculation to make it feel more real. Blah.
Oh man, this is like really the year where Kingdom Hearts rumors meets AI.
Save water. Don't use AI.
Don't use AI.
Anyway.
This is actually, consume art made by people and not whatever the hell AI is making. This is a staunchly anti-AI podcast.
And save water. I can't express enough. Save water. Yeah, so I think, again, they're like, a leak from somewhere, a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1. I want to talk to you about, one, what do you think of that? And two, should Kingdom Hearts 1 get a remake? Those are two questions.
Yeah.
Start with what do you make of this rumor?
Well, I think this is a drastically different rumor than previous Kingdom Hearts rumors because we are now in the era of you can just remake a game and release it.
HD remakes.
They just announced the God of War trilogy remake.
I saw, and that's on the most recent PlayStation State
The Last of Us gets remade for every console generation so far.
Yeah.
You can just take a game that's already out,
reoptimize it, release it on a new platform you've never released it on before.
So a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake has never been more plausible.
Of course.
Of a rumor.
Yes. But one thing I'll say to this rumor is, why would they remake Kingdom Hearts 1 when you can play it on most things now? And you can play the 1.5 remix, which is already a more optimized version and has the bonus content in it.
I'll throw this at you.
Yeah, go for it.
Kingdom Hearts 1's platforming level design story with Kingdom Hearts 3's improvements to combat and movement, that's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing. I do agree with you there. But I think that, like, and it is funny because one of my favorite parts of Kingdom Hearts 3 is that at the very beginning, you play as Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora for a second. The model does exist.
Yeah.
And it's this kind of like stroll down memory lane where you're like remembering your past, and 14-year-old Sora redesigned with the aesthetic, like, you know, practices of Kingdom Hearts 3. It looks different.
Yeah, remade in the new engine.
Really
with
distinctive.
State-of-the-art ray tracing technology.
Yeah. So I think that, like, down to, like, well, they've already made Sora, so, like, and, you know, there are some recycled... Actually, I don't think there's any recycled worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think they're all new, right?
Well...
Because, like, we revisit Olympus, but it's a totally new map.
It's a completely different thing. I'm trying to remember.
I don't think there's any I mean, like Winnie the Pooh, but like that's the separate.
And you barely go to Winnie the Pooh.
You barely go to Winnie the Pooh. It's fun when you go, but yeah, it's barely there. There's pirates, but again, it's new pirates.
It's very different.
I can't remember if there's Nightmare Before Christmas stuff in there.
Nope.
I feel it. No. So, you know, they have some of the work done, but it would be a ground up thing, obviously. And to your point, yeah, they would probably reimagine platforming. Maybe it would even disappear.
Or maybe it would include some of the movement mechanics from Kingdom Hearts, you know, like the flow motion.
Oh yeah,
or like there's
some cool weird stuff they did.
There's stuff they put where they put some of the like platform. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 is not as wide open empty space as Kingdom Hearts 2 was.
Right.
Like they did put obstacles in your way and then give you mechanics to move smoothly through them that made you feel masterful.
Yes, absolutely. But I will say this, one of the cool things about Kingdom Hearts 3 is you see the evolution of Sora into what is closer to a Keyblade Master than a Keyblade Novice.
Yeah.
And so by having those sorts of elements, because it's like getting the ability to do glide and fly at the very end of Kingdom Hearts 1 feels like such a moment for Sora. And so, like, you know, would you have access to those things right away? Would you want to have access to those things right away? Would a gaming audience feel, you know, frustrated with not having those things right away?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing about a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, right? It's like, now you're taking a fandom's weight of expectations and putting it back on the first game, the only game you ever made that didn't have those expectations.
Absolutely.
So... that's interesting. I
will say this too. I think that if there were to be a reason to remake Kingdom Hearts 1, it would be to bridge the design gap and get people on board with playing Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
That would be, sure, I guess, the utility of doing a remake.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that they've revealed about Kingdom Hearts 4 is that they plan to return Kingdom Hearts 2's reaction commands to the series.
That's great.
They're
bringing I love that.
That was one of the big things I think everybody was missing from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I love reaction
commands just like they
make the moments feel more like moments.
They make every enemy feel more integrated into the whole thing.
That too. 100%.
And so, like, there's part of me that thinks you could put reaction commands in Kingdom Hearts 1 and elevate it a little bit.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I would really like to see that.
But yeah. But to your point about assets and what they have access to, I also saw some posts about Kingdom Hearts 1 remake leak.
Yeah.
One of the posts, and shout out to like the people I follow on Instagram, because the post was like, well, I think this leak is probably a fake, but here's what I've heard anyway.
Yeah,
and then listed all the things.
Know.
And one of the things that got listed was a Jungle Book World edition.
Not again. Not again.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here. So that would be to replace Tarzan.
Right.
That would be 100% to replace Deep Jungle.
Right, because it's not like they could... The Burroughs estate wouldn't simply not have Tarzan in the Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, yeah. Well, that, and it's just like Disney's so big now that it's like, why would we ever try to go through all that again? Like, we did it for a period. Yeah. The period's over now. Yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, like, would all the worlds return? Would we want something like Alice in Wonderland worlds to return? Something that is kind of an outlier world, a bit bizarre in its delivery, and also like for design reasons, like those level areas are boxes.
Yeah.
There's like the flat, it feels like a facade, you know?
Yeah.
Everything feels a little strange.
Yeah, it feels like walking through a funhouse maze.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
With like, again, like painted walls.
Yeah, and what's great about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that they had the engine power to make such big spaces.
Yeah.
So to make those tiny spaces, like to scale up the graphics without scaling up the physical space of the area would seem really strange to me.
Really strange, and also like Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, the movie, has these weird sprawling sections where she's like running through the hedge mazes, and like Wonderland as a place is so sprawling.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Neverland. Same thing with a lot of these places. I think Kingdom Hearts 1, probably due to design constraints of the era, found really smart ways to make the worlds that are so big in these movies feel smaller.
Yeah.
But not in a way, well, I mean, like, I guess Agrabah kind of feels cramped, but like not in a way where you feel lacking.
Well, that's it, right? Kingdom Hearts played with the scale of the worlds in each Disney movie, and they did things with the story swerving, or like they justified the spaces being a little cramped.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. They put them in the places where it makes sense for it to be cramped. The pirate ship.
Right? So
the tree house.
So all of a sudden, you now have to take the freaking like F1 engine that is the Kingdom Hearts 3 and 4 art styles, and like you're going to put it back in those cramped, like the cramped is going to feel so much more cramped.
And so they're probably going to not do that.
Right.
They're probably going to do something. They're probably going to make those worlds larger, or like it's just going to feel so different. And I think part of the charm of Kingdom Hearts 1 is the crampedness.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's nostalgic, but it's also like there was the convention at the time. And I think like putting a ceiling on a house, it keeps you safe, you know? Ripping the roof off that thing, you're like, oh no, the rain's gonna come in, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes the vastness of the spaces, and I think like Kingdom Hearts 3 flexes on them a little bit with like, they put that whole fucking door area in Monsters Inc. in there.
They put the entire door, the
San
entire
Francisco rail riding segments.
The entire Olympus Mountain.
The entire Olympus Mountain.
Feels so huge.
Ship combat in Pirates World.
That was
like,
sick.
it was
I
so
love that.
dope. And it's so big.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, can Kingdom Hearts 1 reckon with the bigness of the rest of the franchise and what I assume will be something they carry forward into 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, we're a little industry pilled, but like, does it make financial sense to put resources into that when you're also doing the other thing at the same time?
And also with again, not even a rumor, just financial reports that some shareholder was frustrated with the lack of profitability showed most of Square Enix's games recently have not, earned what was projected, including the Final Fantasy remakes, which is crazy to me.
Yes, you'd imagine that the 7 remake trilogy would have been making money because of how much people love Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
That's not even a rumor. That's just like
that's just numbers.
That's like a public earnings call that is available to the public.
Yeah, those documents,
they were under a mandate from their shareholders to streamline.
Yes.
So I don't know if the timelines line up. Now I'm speculating, so take this with a grain of salt. But there's a chance that like that sense and the missing link cancellation are linked.
Well, I think that MMOs are so risky financially.
Service games, yeah.
Live service games in general are risky financially. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but they require fully dedicated teams that need to update the game consistently. And if that is not your company's core focus, if that's a secondary focus, that's a really expensive secondary focus.
Is it a secondary focus for Square Enix? Because I think one of their most profitable games on the market
is 14.
Is Final Fantasy 14.
But why would they siphon resources away from 14 when they could just put more people on 14?
Well, sure.
Like, why have 2 MMOs when you have the one that's doing really well?
I don't know. Weren't 11 and 14 running concurrently?
I don't think so, but
okay,
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't think they should have.
I don't think they should have been either. But I think that, like, live service games, they feel like a no-brainer because the market is flooded with them now, but they're extremely risky. And again, they require a lot of dedicated resources and consistent design updates, technical updates, balancing. Like, again, when I worked at Riot, the only thing they were making for years was League.
Right.
And all of the teams, like there was development on other things that they tried to figure out, obviously, but like that's the main focus and that's their main financial thing.
Right. So like if you're going to do one of those, you have to be a company that does one of those.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think that like with a team dedicated specifically to 14 and how big and successful it is, why would they then try to do that again with a franchise that is still beloved, but definitely not as beloved as Final Fantasy? Yeah. And I think has only recently garnered the level of adoration in the West that would make something like that feel viable across the ocean.
Right. So for a company that's belt tightening.
Right. Exactly. It's like, hey, we got to cut down somewhere.
Does it make logical sense for them to also have been working on a secret Kingdom Hearts 1 remake parallel to 4, a game they know everyone's expecting with mouths of frothing?
Right, absolutely. Again, and we'll see, because it's like if let's say they were designing 4 and the 1 remake concurrently, because at least those are both linear games. So at the very least, you're not like doing wide expanse. And potentially you have assets you can reuse / share between that and Missing Link. Or you can take some of the work that was done on Missing Link and then use that discovery in benefit to 4 and a 1 remake.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not possible. I just don't see, I don't know. Like, again, aside from the strategy being like Kingdom Hearts 1 is really old now and it might bar people from wanting to, like, but of all the console entries, Kingdom Hearts 1 is the furthest and the most alien as compared to even 2 and 3.
Yes.
2 and 3 have more in common with each other than 1 has with 2 or 3.
I agree. And even despite the time difference between 2 and 3, like they are, like it's clear that 3 was built on the back of 2, but that 2 had to kind of rebuild what they were doing in 1.
2 literally rebuilt the majority of what they were doing in 1. So I mean, again, I guess I could see a use case for it.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if it, like, that one to me feels like, what?
Now, can I put on my story sicko hat for a moment?
Please.
Another reason I might want to put myself in the pro remake camp is if there's some obscure plot detail that we didn't notice in 1 because the story was moving in a different direction that they're going to make relevant in 4.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if
that they could.
Or if they saw an opportunity to go back and seed things for 4 that had a place to put them in 1, like to go back and to not just make a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1, but in the fashion of the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy to make a game called Kingdom Hearts 1 Remake.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Now that I could see. That I could see.
And could they tie that into like how mutable the realm of fiction is as compared to the real world or something?
I think that makes sense. I think that does make sense.
There's a cool way to think about it.
And I'll say this too, even in the remix, the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, part of the reason why the remix exists was so that they could seed things from 2, like Organization 13, into Kingdom Hearts 1.
Right.
So there is a precedent for going back and adding content, but nothing to this level that we've seen.
Yeah, they're not referring to this as like a final mix or a remix. They're just like...
a remake.
This is...
in the rumors, obviously.
Well, and... remake is the word they used for the Final Fantasy VII one,
which is true. And also, I'll say this: Final Fantasy VII Remake, for those who are not aware, Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a retelling with new information and an acknowledgement on some level that the events of Final Fantasy VII still happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like... sort of like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek 2009 movie.
Yes.
It sort of takes place in like a parallel timeline.
Yes, a parallel timeline in which like new weird anomalies and fluctuations could occur.
And I would love to know exactly what those are about, but we are still waiting on Final Fantasy VII Remake 3.
I know. I am so excited. Reunion, I think is what it's called.
I don't know what else it could be called. Like the first one's called Remake, the second one's called Rebirth, and Sephiroth is constantly talking about the reunion.
Yeah, and I think that, it has a double meaning, which is like it's a reunion of the Genova, and also it could be a reunion of the timelines.
Right.
Like flattening everything into a singular canon event.
But we know that Square Enix is a company that uses the word remake in different ways.
Yes. But I will say this again, just so that I'm so clear. The word remake is not coming from Square Enix. The word remake is coming from this alleged leak thing.
Right.
So like Square Enix has a precedent when using that word, but they may not be the ones using the word in this context,
right.
which is where
very well noted. Yes.
Yeah.
But so maybe that's something on the part of the leaker who wants to drum up hype for themselves.
Exactly.
They specifically use the word remake to drum up the rumor mill and get it going.
And make it feel more valid, make it feel closer to real.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, again, we're all like, even we just finished recording the animatic leak episode where it's like, it wasn't even really a leak. It was the guy who made it was like, the world should see this.
Yeah.
When we get that kind of like fun, like after a length of time, things that were secret are no longer needing to be secret anymore.
Yeah, actually, I was running across this like last week. This is a weird time for me to be doing this. Do you know about like the Half-Life series?
Yes.
So you know that like Half-Life 2 Episode 3 was long in development and then sort of like drifted into limbo and disappeared?
Yes.
Do you know that the head writer for the Half-Life franchise released a like plot overview and summary of what was supposed to be his idea for Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
Incredible.
He like changed the names and gender swapped all the characters, but it's very obvious who everyone is.
Amazing.
And he threw it up on his own website because he knew it, otherwise no one would ever know how the Half-Life story ended. It's called Epistle 3. He took it down later and said he kind of regretted it, but people have put up not just the copy of the thing he published, but with the name swapped back so you can just read the story of it Half-Life style.
And I'm sure, again, it's like however long something's on the internet, it's never really, once you put something out there, it's never gone.
But so like it's very different when like time has gone by and the people who were inside the project get so fed up that they put that up, and some person trying to get likes on the internet using words they know will trigger the audience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I think to that same point, it's like there's always a risk you run when there's something you worked on and, it's not owned by you. Mm-hmm. And you decide it's time for people to know about it. And I will also say this too. It's like there's always a little tinge of like, why now?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this now? Why release this now? Because it's never just out of necessity.
Right.
Usually it's like, I would like public opinion to feel strongly enough about this that it creates demand and therefore it can exist.
Yeah.
Which again is why that passion, that unpaid time passion, is such a powerful resource because it can be used, and wielded much like a Keyblade to unlock budgets. Anyway.
Yeah.
So all that is to say with the most recent leak. I use the word leak loosely.
Yeah.
Because leak from where? From the servers. You're like, what servers? What are you talking about?
Well, and if there was a hack of Square Enix, we would have heard about it. So I actually have a friend who is a designer at Insomniac Games.
Oh, hell
who
yeah.
made the recent Spider-Man series.
The Spider-Mans love your work.
I freaking love those Spider-Man games.
They rock hard.
I was able to see through my friendship with her how devastating it was when Insomniac Games got leaked.
Yeah,
they got
horrible.
Hacked hard.
It's traumatizing.
And let alone the amount of security and security theater she personally had to go through.
Yeah.
But the fact that hackers were able to leak files on games that not just weren't finished, were barely even started.
Yeah.
And the company then had to take into account the fan reaction to things they weren't done working or even really started working on yet. So they already had to pivot. And it's just like a heartbreaking thing.
It's heartbreaking. And it's like for someone there, that may have been the one chance they had to pitch their concept and to have it even have the opportunity to potentially be explored and developed.
Right.
And something like that can kill that thing dead.
I'm not going to reveal much more than this, but she actually was talking about around the time of the hack that she had to pivot to a different project that was sort of more financially stable or more of a sure shot. So it cut down the innovation that company was able to do. And so, when you're talking about a leak, when it's from inside and people, within the project want to leak something, that's one thing. But forcing a leak it's actually to the detriment of every fandom.
Yeah, I remember that there were, not a video game, but like there was people who were touring the animation studio where they were working on Voltron, and somebody took a bunch of photos of concept art or something and then like tried to hold it hostage to force a ship to be canonized in the show, things like that.
I mean, that was also like, and we could actually probably bring in our friend Bex Taylor-Klaus, who worked on that show, to talk about like how much the rabid fandom clamoring for leaks really like affected the production of that show.
And the only reason we can have conversations like that is now because like this show is over and everyone's moved on. But I think like, again, I want everyone here listening to think about the fact that it's like we are all people just trying our best every day. And if someone makes something you love and it sparks a joy and an excitement in you, I beckon you to consider that joy is lovely and pure, but do not take that energy and put it into something that could harm the thing you love.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. That's why I think the Kingdom Hearts 1 remake leak, quote unquote leak, is like slightly more innocuous.
Yeah, because I think you're right.
I think there's a lower chance of profound disappointment if a remake of a game you already have played isn't coming or is different than you think, as opposed to like a new game, the next game in the series, the brand new stuff. At least with like a remake, you're like, okay, so they did make a remake of, I can already go play the original. It's fine.
It's fine. And you can play it on most consoles, including the most recent generation of consoles. I think that like for me with this most recent crop, it's something where it's like, hey guys, look, clearly, like, yes, on some level, Kingdom Hearts like wants people to be talking about it. Most projects want people to discuss them. But I think that it's like every time we try to do something that forces the hand of something that we do not understand, it can create ramifications for hundreds of people that we don't know. And I don't know if we want that. I don't know if you really want that on your conscience.
Right. Well,
what would Jiminy think?
What would Jiminy think?
Yeah. He wouldn't love it.
Jiminy would think something that was well thought through but was wrong because the organization was gaslighting him. Anyway. So he would give Sora the wrong advice.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
The only thing Jiminy Cricket does in this series.
Jiminy. And hang out with Pinocchio. There's two things he does.
That's true, I guess.
But anywho, all that is to say,
So I think it's fun to think about a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, especially like a Square Enix Final Fantasy VII style quote remake of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Which could add new things and tell a different story, but the same, which is cool.
Very cool,
idea.
Very fun concept.
Yeah.
But between like the finances, like how much does it benefit them to reveal this information at this time?
Right.
The knowledge that Square Enix is tightening their belts on their projects, that they're really focusing down on like, it sounds like Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy 17.
Yeah, 17. Oh my God, we're on 17.
Yeah, dude, 16 already came out.
Oh my God,
I heard 16 was good.
I also heard 16 was good. I think for me, it's funny, and it wasn't like a thing where like anything happened that made me turn my back on Final Fantasy, but like that's one where I really fell off hard.
Well, Final Fantasy, and we'll have to talk about this way more in the Secret Reports. Donate to the Patreon.
Donate to the Patreon.
That because it's an anthology series, you can feel a little freer to like skip one and come back for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm like, oh, maybe. Well, that, and also I think like I'm like allergic to MMOs. I don't know why. I just am. And so when
because you have to play your games with other people, Mayanna.
Yeah, it's that and I also just like, again, I don't like games that feel like a job, and I think any game where I have to pay monthly to play it feels like a job to me.
Respectfully, you're also a person who's very passionate about character-driven storytelling, a thing that's impossible when 5 million people are all the main character of the game.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
It's like you just want other things out of your games.
I wanted other things.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I think that like, so for Final Fantasy, like, wow, I hadn't even considered that. So it's like 17, Reunion, and 4.
Yeah.
And those feel like 3 really meaty projects that would take a lot, and obviously ongoing work on 14.
Right.
That feels like plenty.
Yeah.
That's plenty to go around, guys.
There's plenty to go
plenty
around.
To chew on.
Plenty to look forward to and continue to make up rumors.
Until it comes out. Yes. But just make sure you keep it light.
Yeah.
Keep it kind.
Yeah.
Keep it generative. Keep your heart open.
Yeah, keep your heart full of light. Come send us rumors.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Send them to us.
Yeah, actually...
We won't yell at you, and I encourage our audience to not yell at each other.
I agree.
So yeah, if you have wild speculations that you need to just spit out somewhere, do it on our Patreon member page. It's free to join.
How's that for a pivot? Hell yeah, Mayanna. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, but like... Come speculate with us because it's just going to be for fun.
It's just going to be for fun.
And, you know, we're putting this out that, like, we're here to have fun and we're here to love Kingdom Hearts 4 when it comes out in whatever form it takes.
And we're here to, yeah. You know, it's funny. It's like when someone's pregnant and it's like, what do you want? It's like a healthy baby.
I just want a healthy Kingdom Hearts 4.
I just want a healthy baby Kingdom Hearts 4. I want it to have all its fingies and all its toes.
And if those toes are enclosed in a giant yellow shoe...
all the better.
All the better?
All the better. I apologize to that person who had to give birth to that baby, but...
With the shoes?
Yeah,
oh my God.
With the shoes.
Thank you so much for coming and goofing around with us. I think we're going to make this into a series. When the next rumor crops up, you'll hear from us again in the session.
Be back. Or if there is news.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is rumors and news, because like there will presumably at some point be news. Even if it's a picture with a rotary phone.
We hope, man, if they put out a second picture with a different piece of office equipment on a desk, I might lose it. I might actually lose it.
What if that was just a photo from the Square Enix offices and they put it in to gaslight us?
That would be like the most like Stanley Parable thing that Square Enix has ever done.
I would live.
I would really love it. Come hang out with us.
Yes,
come send us rumors. Come send us messages in a bottle.
Ooh,
I have a message in a bottle here from a listener on Instagram whose profile name is characters in an emoji that are unpronounceable.
Oh, yep.
But thank you so much for sending this.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, let us know how we should refer to you in the future. It says, "Hi, new listener here. Just wanted to say that this podcast is my newest obsession. Kingdom Hearts is such a heartfelt topic to me. My family would always spend vacations replaying Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 growing up.
Oh my God.
And I never knew anyone else who really knew the game.
Whoa.
I absolutely love tuning into these episodes because it's like revisiting some of my favorite memories. Thank you for everything. I'm catching up on episodes now and will be an avid listener from now on."
Thank you so much, listener.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's so huge.
That's amazing.
For someone who I can't imagine only having my family to talk to about this game. Like exclusive. I mean, I'm sure you do.
That's exactly what it was for a long time. Wow. Yeah. And like my 3 friends, my 3 friends in Michigan. That was it. But wow, well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Welcome aboard. I'm so glad that you've joined us.
We're like several tens of episodes in, so like there's a hefty backlog before you get to this message. But
good little chomp.
When you get here, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. We've got one last update.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one other opportunity to come hang with us.
Yes.
Mayanna and I are going to be at WonderCon in Anaheim, California.
Heard of it? Place where Disneyland is?
Whoa.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're going to be there. That's going to be next weekend.
I know,
so we're releasing this on a Sunday. I believe we'll be there the following Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a live show with our actual play podcast, The Wandering Path.
Yes.
But also, like, we figure that WonderCon probably has some Kingdom Hearts fans in attendance.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them might listen to this podcast. So if you're going to be at WonderCon, come find us and say, hey, we'd love to hear from you.
Please. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I don't know. I'm filled with a lot of, I mean, I'm always so grateful for this show, but I'm filled with a lot of gratitude today for no specific reason, really, that we get to talk about this game we love so much and people are finding us.
It's really become like a lovely thing in my day where someone will just text us and go, hey, I love your show and we love that thing together. Keep it up. And I'm just like, I will keep it up. Thank you.
That's really, and it really warms our hearts. And,
seriously.
You know, like, again, we're a 2-person operation over here, truly for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Like, really,
seriously.
For the love of the game and the love of the game, capital G.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm filled with just a lot of gratitude for that today.
Gratitude, capital G.
Gratitude, capital G, TM.
Yeah. So come hang with us. Yeah. Come send us rumors. Come chill in this fandom with us.
Yeah.
For as long as you want.
Yeah.
Until next time, may your fandom warmed heart be your guiding key.
Oh, yeah.